Hey everyone, welcome back to another Pip Breakdown video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you stick around to the end, watch the entire video, get the entire informational value of this video, and from there just drop below, make sure you subscribe so you're here for next week's video, you like it so you show some support, and you share this so you can help out your friends. Okay, now if you're new to the channel, like I just said, the way this is all going to work is we're going to touch on the majority of the pairs. And by the end of the video, you're going to get a really good perspective for what currencies are strong, what currencies are weak, where is each currency headed for just the week to come. I'm not trying to predict 5 weeks in ahead, 3 weeks in ahead, 5, 8, 9, 10 weeks in ahead. I'm just looking for the next week, and I just go through and I update my pairs once a week. And you know, I work with it week by week, whether I'm day trading, intraday trading, or just swing trading, right? Because you make sure you're flexible to deal with a bunch of different situations and things like that. So if you didn't watch the last video I put on, it's only going to stay up just for a few more hours. The video is called Details in the Candles. I'm just going through explaining momentum, going through explaining, you know, how the price moves from A to B and what it is exactly telling you, because a lot of people, they see an up candle and they think it's the best thing in the world, and you know, they get their hopes up, and next red candle they think it's the end of the world. You got to just really have a good understanding for the optimism, the depression that a candle feels, and what this is really telling you and how to react to these things, right? So if you didn't watch that video, really quickly go back and watch that video, because I'm taking it down tonight. Okay, so without further ado, pips, let's jump into this and check out what's going on. So the first pair here, we need to be on. So yeah, I'll be posting these to the Telegram. I'll be posting in the Telegram every day. If you need the Telegram link, check the description below and just hop in. I'll be giving free trade ideas, free signals, and all of that in there, free great content down in the Telegram. So for this video here, I'm only touching on the major currencies. That's all the currencies, all the minor currencies that have a connection to the US. So that's AU, EU, GU, UJ, USwiss, UCAD, all those currencies. I'll be touching on those because I want to keep this short and concise, and most people are trading those major currencies, and I'd like to help a majority of the people. Okay, so without further ado, the chart on the left is the daily, the chart on the right is the 4 hour. That's really how I go through do my analysis. I like to see both on the chart at the same time, just so I can see, okay, is the daily in my area of interest, and then from there I can just straight move my eyes to the right, and I'm able to see, is there a setup forming here, and I know that I can take it if it's valid or not. You know, you just got to make sure your plan set. Next is the Australian US dollar. What do we have going on here? Hold up a second. Okay, so we rejected the resistance. Okay, more recent market structure, we had a lot of bearish pressure here. We fell on this floor area, went back up to the resistance, and consolidation. 4 days of straight consolidation, right? Buyers tried to kick in there on Thursday, wasn't able to, and we know from market structure, nice old market structure, price is headed back down to the next support. Okay, so what's next after this support? So we got a support area down here. We have another support area right here, right? So once we hit into this area, we have these possibilities. Simple as that. There's only 5 days next week, as there is every week, so I don't really see much room for this going anywhere else. And you know, just always have these support and resistance areas on your charts, so you can be like, okay, if price gets here during the week, maybe there might be a spike, maybe something like that Iran attack will boost the market in a way, or have the market fall. But always just be on alert for these areas of key interest, right? But that's how we're looking. So Euro USD, this chart's a little confusing right now. I do want this markup to stay, so let me go through and delete some of these. Okay, so what do we have in more recent information? We got this support area, which is relevant. We have this area here, which is relevant. How can I get some relevancy on this? Something like this. And we have a support area here. Okay, so this is really the most recent. I think we can put another support somewhere down here, here, and then we have a minor one here. So what I don't really like about this so far is that we have a double support in this area and not a lot of room in between. When you don't have a lot of room in between, you can a lot of hiccups and consolidation. Okay, so we are in this area. We're gonna see how the candles react. We're gonna see how the candles react. Maybe we might start getting a lot of indecision here, even though we can see the bearish pressure coming in. Okay, green candle, red candle. Buyers tried to push in more. We're unable to. It closed red, and Friday's candle was more bearish. So more sellers were in the market that day. You can tell because Friday's candle, the most recent candle, is a lot bigger than the day before. Okay, so we're gonna see how it reacts. The main trend does seem down here, right? And that is shown by the lower low structure that we're getting, right? So you go with the major trend always. So we can definitely pop back up for a short-term trade, or we can fall down to this area and this area. Okay, always be aware of your possibilities. I'm just going to toss this in here as well. Okay, so for the 4-hour time frame, I'm not really seeing any ideal pullbacks or anything yet. We just need more market development for this. If we do get a pullback to this area, I'll be very keen on taking a trade. And we also have this area here. So that really cuts it for this trade here. Let's jump on to the next one, the GU. Okay, so this pair here, I need to reanalyze this. So great for you. You'll see me go through and break this one down really from scratch. So we have resistance area here. We have something very small in here. We have this support area here, and we had this. Okay, so sometimes if you ever find that your charts are looking really confusing, maybe you have a lot of old analysis, or the lines that you have on there don't seem really relevant, just clear it all and give it a nice new perspective on it. This area here does cover these previous high areas. So these were our all-time high resistances. So let's just check out what's going on the lower time frames. So like EU, we had a very bearish day on Friday. So I'm gonna expect that to continue just because we got so much pressure, right? We have another minor support area here. I don't want to just ignore that. Okay, so what have we got going on for this pair on the lower time frame? We have, what can I see? Looks like we have there's a hiccup area here, right? You can't deny this. You can't deny that. There's a hiccup area. We got wicks. Wicks show you that there's a lot of indecision going on. When you have less wicks, it's more body, showing you that showing you that there's a dominant side here. Either it's buyers or the sellers. So when you get the high wicks, something like this here, buyers try to push in. If you didn't already, stop this video, watch that video on candles and the details. High optimism, low depression, the market shot up, couldn't stay up there, fell, right? Showing you that the sellers are there. And our confirmation is just that momentum continued. You can see momentum picked up. So we're looking to see how it reacts. We have this. I'm only going to really leave that one in there. And, you know, we also have these possibilities, okay? So just be aware of this. As the market develops throughout the week, there might be some stuttering in the market. There might be some indecision. Generally, you want to get in while there's a lot of indecision and not during the active full candles. Make sure you get in during the pullbacks while your risk is very small. Okay, so next pair we have here is the New Zealand US dollar. What do we got? I don't need to reanalyze this, but something interesting happened. Okay, we failed to hit the resistance, right? So what would I do in the case of failing to hit the resistance? Honestly, it just fails to hit it. And like the previous Pip Breakdown videos, I always do my analysis either breakout or retest and breakout, okay? So now that we're just hanging out in this support area, that's what I'm expecting. I'm waiting for more buyers to come into the market so I can now take this price higher. Right now I'm seeing that we might actually have a minor support area here from the 4-hour time frame. So I'm gonna go and see what this is looking like. Looks like we are right somewhere just about in this area, and I'm drawing this based on the daily time frame, right? So Looks like 4 hours having a difficult time staying above this area. So we're in an area of indecision right now between the support and the resistance. This is why I always say it's not good to trade between these very, very tight areas. Like, what's the distance here? We have 35 to 45, which is really just showing us there's a 10 pip area, not a lot of room to make profits here. And I'm waiting for it to get out of this area. I also don't like that they have the other support area right below. So I don't really like this one. The US is seeming strong just because all these other pairs were falling. So last few pairs here, the US CAD, definitely looking a little bullish here. We closed above 2 resistance areas and rejecting one now. So Monday, I'm buying this. I don't even got to think any further on this. I'm just going to be looking for reasons to enter a trade on this. Right, so I'm going to look out for some breakouts and retests just to get in a nice trade on this and take it to the upside. So that's what we're looking for that. Right, and obviously if we don't manage, if we like, let's say the scenario happened where we rejected this, if we reject that and we close below the support again, and we close below the support, we also have another support area. So before we really try to take a short trade on this, I'm going to be looking for a closure below this one as well. Let me just draw a closure below this before I can take the price back down again. So for the US Swiss, we did have this very low support area. We definitely just closed back above it. Market structure is still down, and we currently just hit a resistance here. I'm not too interested in trading this, not right now. We need more confirmation to at least short this resistance at the top, and we have another support down below, which spans back from, what year is this? October 2018, November 2018. So that's pretty good. I'm not looking to buy this. I will not be looking to place a buy on this until we are at least above this support area, okay? We need to be above the support area for us to take a trade, and we're just going to wait for the confirmation to come in. Now, last but not least, thank you for sticking around for the entire video. We are on a trade. Okay, so what do we got going on? With the way that support and resistance is lined up, resistance here, this was old resistance, new support because we're above this area now. We got those two scenarios, either straight up there or we get that pullback and continuation. You can see we got the pullback there with those 2 candles of indecision, followed by a spurt of momentum. So picking in on my entry, risk 1 to gain 4.2. The target is still the next resistance, and this one kind of just goes into how I look on. So that's what we're really looking for on these trades for the week to come. The US dollar is definitely seeming really, really strong. So play that to your favor. Now, I hope you guys really enjoy the content. I'll be putting out more and more of this. If you're not in the Telegram group already, make sure you go check that out because I'll be posting an update for all of these currency pairs in there. YouTube, you guys are only getting the major currencies. So make sure you go check that out. Make sure you go check out my work on Instagram as well. Subscribe, like, rate, comment. I just want to say thank you for everybody that's been supporting me, sending me the positive messages. They're getting value from what I'm putting out about trading, everything like that. So that's all, like I'm so grateful for all of that. Now, if you want to learn more about trading, make sure you go and check out the pipacademy.com. Just right here. So make sure you get a good understanding for what the market is doing, get a good understanding for the way things work, and just start your path to success. Right now, all versions of the course are on sale for a very limited time. Make sure you go check it out, pick it up, start learning, and let's work on your improvement. Let's get you to the finish line. Thank you, Pips, for staying tuned, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.